Hey, what's up Edmonton? It's Ryan here with Hauer Power Electrical, and today what we're going to do is add a plug into this little coat closet for someone's Dyson vacuum charger, so that way they can charge their vacuum up in a little closet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a box for a receptacle, and I'm going to tag it off this existing box that's for bathroom power on the other side. And that vacuum charger is probably going to draw 1 amp, maybe 2. And what I'm going to use is actually BX, which is armored cable. Looks like this, AC90, and the existing stuff is Lumex, painted with like 14 layers of paint, so it's pretty thick, but we're not going to worry about that. The only reason we're going to run armored cable is for protection. So follow with us as we go. Hey guys, so we're on the other side of this plug here. You've seen the back side of the plug. Now here's the front side. First thing we're going to do here is isolate power. So I'm going to use my Klein circuit seeker. We're going to plug that in, and open ground, pretty typical. This house was built in the 1900s. So either way this circuit seeker should work. I'm going to check the panel, find the breaker, kill the power, and then we can tag off of that and add a new plug. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so we got the circuit seeker here. We're at the panel that we think it's coming out of. This house was built before I was born, so we got a few panels, but we're going to give this one a shot, see if it works out. Could be one of these. She's beeping loud. Could be that one. Could be that one. We're gonna give this one a shot. And now that signal is totally gone. Tells me it's more than likely that first breaker. We're gonna go over to the plug to confirm, but chances are pretty good that's the one. This is called an anti-short. So what we do with BX, when you cut that edge, it's still pretty jagged, and so it has potential, though I've never seen it happen, has potential to gouge into the conductor if there's vibration and the wires were to shift around. So we install these anti-shorts or plastic bushings, whatever you want to call them, conductor bushings, but install those on there like that, so that then it kind of protects that metal edge from creeping and damaging the conductor.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we have our BX connector, and the point of this anti-short is you have to be able to see it on the connector. So other connectors will have a different way of seeing it. This connector, it should poke through, and that's what an inspector would look for on an install to make sure that the anti-short was installed. It's that little red titty popping up. Now what we do here is there's a couple different ways you could wire a plug. Whether you'd use what's called a backstab connection, you just stab it in, or whether you wrap it clockwise around the screw. Personally, we get tons of call outs all day long for brand new homes where they put it in the backstab here, and it's just a compression connection. So if there's any vibration, heat, wear and tear over time, that connection does fail. And we get called out because fire shoots up the wall, or the plug stops working, or the light stopped working. And then we have to chop that, replace the plug, put it clockwise around the screw. So in this case, just like every other case, what we do is clockwise around the screw always. Takes a couple seconds extra, but big whoop, might as well do it right the first time. And then good practice in our trade is always the bond first, just because if we were hooking it up live, you want to hook up your bonding conductor first, so that then if there was some sort of potential short and power were to hit it, then it's going to go the bond back to the panel and trip the circuit out. Of course, in this house, there's not really a whole lot of bonding anyways, because it's older than the rest of the city, but it's still important to have the bond first, and you do the hot last. And then we're gonna roll the wire in so it doesn't get pinched anywhere else. Sometimes if a guy's not careful when he's rolling in those wires, the bond wire can get bunched up and touch either the neutral or the hot, and then you can get some big problems. The other thing I would do sometimes in this scenario, because it's not finished, is I could put a metal plate. It'd just be more robust. I don't think that's really necessary for here, but if this does crack, let me know. We'll come back, we'll put a metal plate, but I think this should be sufficient. I don't think she's swinging the brooms around in here too much.
No.
Okay, there we go. Now we kill power on the other side. Now we're gonna test our new plug too. Same concept, light shows up. And again, our pattern of that single light showing up tells us that there is an open ground, but it's pretty typical again for a 1912 home. Now I'm just gonna strap this cable to keep it secured, and then we should be good to put all the junk back in here. This is a little trick I learned there for a C13 strap, a little BX strap. think everyone knows it for now, it's common practice, but if you fold it and then use it, then you only really gotta use one screw. Given this wood paneling, I don't know how thick it is, I think we're gonna strap it up here. Okay. Now we're all done. Good stuff.